Hi friends, welcome back. Now let us see what Keras is all about. In the previous sessions we have seen how Python is helpful in machine learning. Then on the Python we had another layer, TensorFlow, and the TensorFlow created or offered the machine learning algorithms, model building, and all facilities. Now on top of TensorFlow, we have another layer which is Keras. So what is Keras? It's an open source high level neural network API written in Python. So Keras is a high level API, and that is mainly written for neural networks, and most importantly it is written in Python, and even more important is it is open source. Anybody can use it freely. So that's one important aspect of Keras. It's mainly defined for neural networks, and when we are working with the data, and especially with the labeled data, and when we are working by supervised learning, creating a model, so the most efficient model, most appropriate model would be a neural network. And when we are working with neural network, we had to do a lot of exercise like training, and while training usually we do use back propagation method and all that. So if we are working in Python and all that, this all training functionalities we had to define ourselves. But once we are with Keras, we don't have to worry anymore about the training and all that. It just comes with Keras. So all the data is just we need to dump to the machine and say learn. So the life has become so easy with Python, TensorFlow, and Keras that we have very least work to do, that is collect the data, give the data to the machine, and ask machine to learn. And that is the advantage of today's era. So it runs on top of TensorFlow, and TensorFlow is working on top of Python. So the main goal of Keras is to make deep learning easier and faster to build. So when we are talking about neural networks, so the old neural networks were having only two layers, input layer, output layer, and the functionality was very poor, and the efficiency was very poor, and the applications which was used for was very simple ones. But when we wanted to work with bigger and bigger problems, then definitely we wanted a better model, and for that we need more than two layers, so one input layer and one output layer, and in between we wanted many hidden layers. So the moment the hidden layers come into picture, then the common name we give is deep learning. Otherwise just a machine learning only, but deep learning is a special case of machine learning where we are using a neural network with more than two layers, input layer, output layer, and many hidden layers. Then we call it deep learning. So as the number of layers increase, then the number of neurons will increase. As the number of neurons increase, the number of weights will increase exponentially, and finding the correct values of these weights is what we call training. And this training does not happen in one step. It has to be done on an iterative basis, and again and again and again has to be repeated. And through Keras, these operations have become simpler, and these operations are done more faster, and hence now the deep learning has become a reality only because of Keras. So without Keras, deep learning was beyond our thoughts. So you think of TensorFlow as a powerful engine, then Keras will be a friendly driver's dashboard that makes using the engine much simpler. So that's the main working force is the TensorFlow, but Keras creates a proper dashboard so that for the user it becomes simpler to understand what to do, when to do, how to do, and all that. So we get a easier, clearer picture of what exactly we are trying to do if we have a lens of Keras. So we see through the Keras and through the TensorFlow, then the Python can be implemented at a very large scale, and hence a bigger problem can be comfortably, easily solved. So why do we require Keras? On the first hand, it is user friendly, it is very simple, consistent APIs are available, so easy to learn for the beginner. So we don't have to worry much about what exactly happens inside. We just have to worry about how to use them. So it is very easy for anybody to learn how to use any device or anything than understanding how the device was built, how it was designed, how it was created, and all that. It is easier for us to understand how to use any device. So that is what Keras is trying to do. Instead of understanding what to do, just it if we use Keras, then we just have to know what to do, how to do, and all that. We don't have to worry at all. And the size of the code is so small now that within few lines we can create a greater wonders and all that. And it is modular, so we can build the models layer by layer and stacking one upon other. And this way, if any time we want to modify, then only one layer has to be updated. Don't have to worry about the whole system. So that makes life even simpler. And the prototyping is very fast with Keras. So it's great for research and quick experimentation. So when we are doing some research, we are in a hurry to get some results. So whether we wanted to know whether our ideas really work or not. So when we are in a hurry to know our ideas worth and all that, Keras is the best solution for us to get it implemented, do the experiments as quickly and get the results and know the worthiness of our idea. And very easy to integrate with the TensorFlow. There we said that it is easy to integrate with the Keras on the same way. The other way is also true. Very easy to interface with the TensorFlow, so work seamlessly with TensorFlow's advanced features. So looking at the applications of the Keras, so image classifications, mainly the convolutional neural networks are a big boon in machine learning, in computer vision, for whether it is image classification or video processing or any such thing. These CNNs are a big boon, and this is possible only through Keras. Natural language processing is another important area where we are making a lot of development through recurrent neural networks, transformers, and all that. So this natural language processing will help us in interacting with the machines orally. We don't have to write the program. We don't have to type anything. We just have to tell machine what to do, and in our natural language what we want some work to be done, just we tell to the machine that do this, and the machine should understand what we are telling exactly. And once it understands exactly what we are telling, then it can continue acting upon it. But to understand humans language itself is almost next to impossible, because there are many constraints we have. One is about the way each one talks, the other way the pronunciation problems, language problems, grammatical mistakes. Many issues are related with that. So it has to deal with all these constraints and come out with successful results. So this big task is achievable today only because of Keras. Time series forecasting, yes, of course, for understanding the pattern in time series, we need a lot of data in the time series, and to work with all the data, we need a big processing, and that processing is made possible only through Keras. Of course, reinforcement learning is possible only through Keras with the integration of TensorFlow and all that. So reinforcement learning is something which we admire too in the field of machine learning, that we just want a machine to learn by itself as we human learn to talk, to walk, and to understand the situation and give a solution and all that. So whatever intelligence we have, we want to give that intelligence to the machine, though it cannot be a natural intelligence, so we call it artificial intelligence. Want to make machine as intelligent as humans, and that is possible only if we imitate how human learn and make machine also learn the way humans learn, and that process is what we call reinforcement learning. So that's some details about Keras. So any machine learning project is incomplete without Python, without TensorFlow, without Keras. So these three are main pillars, put one over other. At the bottom we have Python, on the next layer we have TensorFlow, on above it we have Keras. All these three things together make any ML developer's life much easier, exponentially reduced the complexity of our problem. So thanks to Python, thanks to TensorFlow, thanks to Keras, and all the people who are working in this open source world, and helping all the newcomers, welcoming the newcomers with all the resources they have, training them, giving documents, and all that. So that's about Keras. So this is Sandeep signing off from this session. Thank you. Bye.